Oh! So it startles me, and I'm like, what? So the first thing I noticed that when she said, oh! The top of the cake, the top, just the cover of it, flew open. So the first thing I did, I'm thinking the cake is sliding off the back of the truck, like about to fall. So what I do, I go, and I turn, and I go run to go behind the truck, and all I know, I'm like this. And I'm on the ground in the parking lot, out in broad day. And I'm like this. I'm on the ground like this.
Because you didn't want to get hit with no cake? Is that what you were thinking?
I was trying to save the cake.
How foolish did you feel, though? Like, when you hear that, it's quiet outside, no convo, you just hear that.
I turn, I stumble all over the shit, and I fall slow like this. I'm like, I see my life flash before me.
You heard the opera in the background?
Yeah, exactly. Welcome back to another episode of Think Outside the Box. This is episode 19. Oh my God! To my left, I got my man back in the building, Wiley. To my right, I got my brother Caleb.
I got something I want to ask, matter of fact, because I actually just finished reading his book. Do y'all think that video games actually have a psychological effect on people? Like, in a negative, positive, like which way would you say?
Not everybody, of course. Some people just aren't mentally strong as most of us are, unfortunately. So they're more...
But what do you mean, like, mentally strong?
They're easily influenced. Just like people hear drill and they say, hey, let me go get a gun. Let me go commit these crimes. Same way as that could possibly be the same way it could be if someone playing Call of Duty saying, hey, let me get an AR-15. But the likeliness of that is like very slim to none.
Because I was just about to say percentage-wise, if you asked me a question, I'm like, I feel like video games, as far as like how does it play out into you trying to reenact that shit, I feel like, bro, like a good 95% of motherfuckers aren't reenacting that shit. 5% of is either some very little kid or some motherfucker that still just didn't grow up. That had that mentality. It's like, bro, nah, like I think a lot of people could understand, like, yo, this is the game. I play the game to get away from life. And so whoever's reenacting shit from like Grand Theft Auto, you know, or even racing games or some shit, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, racing games could probably be the only exception.
Exactly, because I ain't gonna front. I do, from time to time, you know what I mean? From time to time, I do rip and, you know what I mean? But,
Be zigzagging in traffic.
Yeah, a little something. I definitely want to dive a little here and there.
You say it doesn't really have a positive effect.
I mean, like, the violent games, not really so much. If it influences you, then you already probably had plans to do such activities anyway. Or you're just not mentally sound.
But wouldn't you just be saying that to the people that, I mean, pretty much you would say is deemed easily influenced? What about, like, the mass majority? Because not everybody's easily influenced. Like, if nobody's going to... I mean, you have a lot of people that they're playing Grand Theft Auto, but they're not going out here.
The stats could say it itself. It's probably over 100 million people playing Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty. How many people do you see commit those crimes that are happening in the game? In real life.
It actually happens but it doesn't...
How often?
It happens often. a lot of these crimes happen. Yeah, people killing each other.
I mean,
robbery, just
murder,
everybody.
But based off of the game, though?
That's what I'm saying. The game is not technically influencing that.
Or is it the games are following off what happens actually in real life?
Introducing somebody who doesn't play video games to play video games based on, like, their mental state of mind, I guess.
Don't do it.
Usually it could be somebody who's really, like, aggressive. Maybe somebody's pissed off all the time.
If you're mad already, do not touch the game. Do not touch the game, especially online gaming.
Why?
Oh no.
Because of the people.
Yes, it's very gaming. The gaming community is very toxic.
So what games do you have in mind though? Because when you say that, I feel like you right away jump to
2K.
2K not to play it or to play it?
Not to play it. Because
really?
especially the online gaming community.
If you miss your shots, you get your ass bust, and they're talking shit.
Somebody's talking shit.
For real?
Okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't know.
Okay, so 2K. Give me two more.
Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I could even give a recent one, Marvel Rivals, really.
Okay, so now you gave me three, but here's what I realized. You know what I mean, based on your answers, and I think this more so. This is why it's more of a younger community that can that's thinking like this, is because you guys are mostly growing up with these kind of games, and you're looking for that, that's a way of socializing. So you're gonna want to socialize with your friends, if you're in high school, you did you like being with your friends, you like hanging out.
So you hopping online?
Yo, yeah, I bet I'm getting.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. You're thinking of it in just one way. You're saying just multiplayer games. You have to remember there's other games that aren't in that genre.
So you're saying stay away from the multiplayer.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
Right, so you're saying
cool. Even a hard game I don't know if it's hard because I've never played it, like Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
You continuously lose.
Have you played God of War?
All at once.
Okay, but that's kind of an aggressive game, right?
Yeah.
But that's a way that some people did take out some aggression, being able to because look at how graphic it was when you killed an enemy. That's one. But then you also have the friendly games that are actually adults can play. Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there are other games that you can play where it's not as aggressive. You know what I mean? You introduce somebody who has depression maybe or anger issues, I'd be like, yo, play Kingdom Hearts, bro. See how much that'll change your life. All the friendly messages that are coming inside that probably get you in touch with yourself. Who knows? But that's what I'm saying. That it could be a good thing to me. Another topic.
Yeah.
Because now I understand where y'all coming from with that sense. Now, do you think it's important for kids to have that time to go outside and not be reckless, but have that experience of going outside and spending time with their friends to interact?
What type of question is that? Of course it is, man.
And why?
Man, you need that experience to see what life is outside. You can't be cooped up in the crib all day. You gotta see.
Now, do you think that decision is influenced based on where you live? We live, you see how where we live. We live. Our area is completely different than going to some neighborhoods in Long Island. You know what I mean? Some kids are comfortable riding their bikes in the middle of the street out there. Over here, you can't do that because your ass won't get hit, or depending on your situation, which seems to be a lot like these kids nowadays, looking around to see if the ops is around. You know what I mean? So, you see how it's changed over the track?
There ain't no ops out here nowadays. You niggas is soft. There's no gangbang going on like that. That shit is dead. Niggas don't be chilling on the corner like that no more.
But do you think do you think that might be a reason? Because people out here starting problems? You gotta remember, bro, it's not all about just if you repping a color anymore, bro.
What is it?
It's just if you have your own clique, your own group.
Who? That still goes on?
Well, yeah, bro. That's the biggest hype now.
Yeah.
Why do you think these
cliques?
Yeah, bro. What were you talking about? When people make up their own name for their own little group.
That still goes on?
Yeah.
We the don't play boys type shit.
What?
Or we the get backs.
That's even more.
GBCs, you know what I mean? So there's always an abbreviation for somebody, bro. But that goes on. And you say that, but I'm like, yo, these will shoot you, bro. No problem. No questions asked.
These YNs, nigga, you see them a mile away. They all dressed the same. All these niggas wearing Nike Techs, calling them YNs, YB niggas, and Y this. We see you skinny looking, dirty looking niggas.
Yeah, they can. You acting like these kids will not pull a gun out of nowhere and shoot your ass.
But if you can spot danger from a mile away, guess what you do?
Bro, how can you spot somebody holding a gun in their waist?
Bro, so my bad. So you must not be on point. I'm watching everywhere around me. These niggas are always in a group. I see niggas walking together in a group, dressed the exact same way. Nike Tech from head to toe.
One of them got to be holding it.
Guess what?
The only one.
And guess what?
One.
And guess what? They are. But
That's
guess what?
all it takes.
But guess what? I'm not going there. I see the danger.
Okay, that's what's up.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're not dangerous if you know that they danger.
Bro, these kids are more and more disrespectful these days,
They're
bro.
pussy, bro. Once you grab one of them,
But that's all it takes.
What?
For them to be pussy. As soon as they feel threatened by them, like, as soon as they feel a threat, as if, oh, this nigga gonna beat my ass, boom.
But that's for you to not give them the opportunity. That's for you not to give them the opportunity.
Bro, you can. Yo, I hope your gamble is right, where you pick the right one that doesn't have the gun, bro. If this ever happens to you,
bro,
God forbid.
I know how to. It's only gonna happen to you if you don't him up first.
It's gonna happen if you don't look for trouble, bro. That's the one thing. But if you like, I'm not just gonna be there just like. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna get up and say something.
Now you gonna get jumped. Now you gonna get jumped.
So I'm supposed to just be like, yo, I can, bro. There's a way. You can
I was with you, but
you can have a civilized
understanding.
No, you can't.
Holy shit!
Like, listen, yo, man, why did you do that?
No, you definitely.
Why'd you do that?
They smell. Then once they hear you trying to explain,
like, see, I'm offended by something like this right now. If I got aggressive, would I be wrong? You know what I mean? Gotta reason with it sometimes.
They dare you to. They dare you.
I'll reason. I'm telling you, I can reason.
Don't try to kumbaya them niggas, bro. They gonna. Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah, you scared, ain't you, bitch nipper? I can smell the bitch in you. Ooh, that's vintage.
Yeah, it's easy if they try swinging at me to think that until it's that time.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta break the first one up.
What was the first one?
Who next?
But I'm not gonna go in there like, yo, because here's the good part. Yeah. If somebody does pull out, at least somebody tries swinging at me, I get a good hit. At least I could use them as a shield.
That's what I'm saying. Once you the first one up, the other niggas is scattering,
bro, this ain't a movie.
Bro.
I don't know what the odds of that are.
I can have fun with that, man. That's what none of them young niggas, man.
Yo, but mentally, bro, okay. I'm telling you.
But that wasn't even the point.
Go ahead.
So now, what? So now,
niggas said, "Oh, yo, I'm gonna talk to him."
I'm like, I'm not going further, bro. I'm just gonna talk.
Excuse me, young man. Have a seat with me. Let's talk.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation, man.
Come on, man. Who hurt you?
I get it. You're with your friends.
Right.
You're acting tough. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was once your age. You probably smoke weed, right? Yeah, I know. But listen, bud. Let me try. I'm probably like, no, where you going?
Where you going?
Where you going?
Come, sit down.
Yo, some of these things could be deterrents, bro. Yeah. Some of them things can't be deterrents. Like, yo, where you going, bro?
And you fool them niggas in the back like, fuck that. Don't be talking to that nigga, bro.
Now, why do you feel like it's important for them to go outside instead of being cooped up in the crib all day?
I don't think it.
And it goes like against like kids, have being inside playing video games all day.
No matter what, it don't matter if you live in a nice neighborhood or a bad one. I think parents are always gonna be like, yo, go outside, but watch out for this, watch out for that, be in by this time because, yo, we grew up, 90s, early 2000s. No matter what, whether you live down that way by the 20s or mine up here, yo, no matter what, your parents was like, go outside, but watch out for this. Don't go down that block. You know? So your parents still gonna allow you to spread your wings and figure out the hard way. They know eventually. Parents, that's one thing I give them. They know, like, yo, I'm gonna tell you all the right things, what to do and what to avoid. I know they were still gonna do the opposite because curiosity. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, where you live at, let them kids. They gotta explore. They gotta see. You know what I mean?
I'd say just to build up on social skills, man.
Yeah,
that's one of the main reasons, really. And of course, it can't be shielded their whole life.
No, it can't.
But some parents do that,
which is
they
not
shouldn't.
good.
That's not right.
Now, how do you think that influences them? Like,
Influence me.
by being, why, like your parents kept you in all the time? Never let you out?
My mom. Like, even just to do something as low as going outside to play basketball on beach night, she ain't really let me do that because, oh, they be showing on there, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not going to happen every single day out of the summer, every day of the week. Like,
So in school, you were, you got good grades in school, I'm assuming. You paid attention in class. How often did you interact with your peers?
all the time.
Okay.
That's probably one of the only downfalls of school, probably. Just talking, probably.
You said that's a downfall, that you were able to interact with them?
Too much, of course.
So you think you was talkative in school?
Before the pandemic.
Got you.
You were in high school before the pandemic?
Yeah.
What grade?
I was in 10th grade before the pandemic.
So you were a sophomore.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you entered as sophomore in 2019. Pandemic happened, and then pretty much cut off from civilization.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And where did you go to school at?
Farrakhan.
I'm trying to figure out, because I'm like, it's like you say you interact with your friends, you know what I mean? But it's like, what is it that we pick up slang? Like, what makes somebody pick up slang like that?
Music.
The way they talk. It can't just be music.
No, it's not just music. I'm saying music is one of them.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm talking about even before social media came in the picture.
Yeah.
It wasn't social media for us. So it was music. It was the streets. It was those two things.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure I was talking with slang since I was in elementary school, bro.
Right. So, and social media wasn't around. So for us, it was definitely music that played like 50%. And the other 50% was us being outside. It's because it goes back to your point where I'm like, yo, you gotta go outside. When you outside, your neighbors, the neighbors' kids, their parents, they're talking, yo, God, yo, da, da, da. I mean, you like, what the fuck is yo? One time when I was talking to my mom, and I said, nah, that ain't it. She said, what the fuck is ain't? She said, ain't the word. I'm like, but guess what? Would I pick up that?
What I'm gonna say is probably something I'll always say. It always starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to prepare your kid to be able to go outside, just like you said before. Oh, avoid that, blah. Be careful. Watch out for strangers. Blah blah blah.
I do think it is important. You know what I mean? I feel like kids, especially in high school, which is a good thing that you went out. You know what I mean, they do need to go out into the world and experience these things, because especially for girls, like, they have to be able to determine what's danger.
Bro,
you know,
don't even get me started on that shit.
You know, they have to.
I seen so many stories in the past since the summer where a couple chicks from New York, young, I'm talking about like 19 years old, they were getting like killed. Like one girl in particular, I think she had a twin. I forgot where in New York it was. Could have been like the Bronx or Harlem. They come in from one of these parties or house parties, 3 o'clock in the morning. She goes to the bodega around the corner. One of the niggas try to holler at her.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean?
Killed her.
He said, she said no. Oh, wait a minute. Killed her because of rejection. Bro, first thing I said was,
I don't think a life experience would ever get you ready for that, especially for a girl. That's the thing that sucks about that.
Right. I agree. But this was what pissed me off. My whole thing was this. There's nothing good for you after 12. Especially if you're a girl. So, ladies, it's not, and I'm saying this, it's not safe for us men to be outside after 12. There's nothing really going on after 12. A lot of shit's closed. So if it's not really safe for us masculine men, why the fuck do you think it's appropriate for you to be outside after 12? Now, I already know there's going to be women out here saying, oh, he's sexist. No, I'm looking out for you. Mm-hmm. It's not safe for us.
It's a safety precaution.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. Why the f*** are you outside after 12? There's nothing but dirtbags outside looking to get high or looking to go touch something. And y'all keep going outside after 12 o'clock. There's nothing good after 12. So y'all outside
especially
2 o'clock,
if you go
3.
to a bodega, bro.
Yeah.
There's mad guys in the front.
Come on, man. Ladies, y'all gotta, you know what I mean, do right. I don't give a fuck if it's 3, 4 y'all chicks outside together.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make no difference. All it takes is one dude rock all y'all shit.
For everybody.
And then bring it to an alley. So I started to be graphic about it.
Nice.
But
I mean, that's true. I mean, you heard about the I mean, you seen the there was another one that I seen, bro. It had nothing to do with her being out late at night, but it's just insane, bro. I don't know. This is another thing that like, yo, you can never prepare for this. But apparently, like there was a girl. It was in the Bronx. Girl was not that means anything, but I'm just saying. But
Bronx been on fire lately.
so this girl, she goes, like, the last footage of her that was seen was she was going inside an elevator. Like, she was going into the elevator.
Got put in a suitcase.
You seen that one, right? And they said the boyfriend was the main suspect.
Yeah, the girl.
I don't know what further news is from there.
So the girl, she she was into church and all that, and she was young. She was like 26 years old. Boyfriend. Come to find out, boyfriend's at 48. Why? Why are you messing with a guy that, like, the age gap is huge? 10 years? What up? But, come on, Jesus. So anyway, they were having beef for a while, but she never told a lot of people about the issues that her and the guy were dealing with. So eventually, what did she do? I'm glad that we're talking about this, because I'm trying to help the ladies out. She goes ahead and tells him, yo, I'm leaving you. That's not what you do. You don't never tell that to a nigga that's aggressive towards you. You just play dumb. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, we're going to work it out. When you finally get away from him, out that building, then you dip the fuck off. You don't give him a heads up and say, yeah, I'm leaving you.
So you pack your shit in
yeah,
sequence.
Ahead of time. Thank you. She goes ahead, tells him that. He's like, you're leaving me? No, you're going in this suitcase. He goes ahead and kills her, put in the red suitcase, drops the body off by some, like, highway or some shit.
Well, that's assuming right now.
No.
Because it was clear.
That shit came out.
He confessed?
They did DNA.
Because I thought it was just, like, allegedly. Like,
oh, no. It was allegedly the first day. But about 3-4 days later, after DNA, they arrested his ass, and he's done.
As Junior Perez Diaz was charged with the kidnapping and murder of his ex-girlfriend. Police say he killed the woman and then dumped her body along the Sawmill River Parkway. Investigators locating her remains inside this red suitcase in Yonkers Thursday morning.
Another story similar to that where she beefing with the dude in the crib. Yo, yeah, that. You ain't gonna do shit. I'm leaving your ass. What did he do? Hit upside the head. She dead. Stop. Yo, you gotta tell these guys what they want to hear. And dip. Make them, hey, I'm gonna go to the store and go get you your favorite ice cream. Hey, we're gonna work it all out. Oh, alright, babe. Alright, cool. Dip. Turn the phone off. Block. Get the away from him.
You're not going anywhere. You'll never leave me. That's our show.
Yo, let me tell you, if I have a daughter, holy shit, man. I'm drilling it and drilling it and drilling. And guess what? God forbid, if she does get herself killed, after how many times I drilled it, it. It is what it is. I did my part, though. No. It's the truth. It is the truth.
It's a manhunt, bro.
No, but I'm saying, you did your best, right? You did your best. He was like, yo, today went by quick.
You know what I'm saying? 3 classes missed later. Like, I think I missed a class. 1 class, maybe?
I used to get picked up from truancy all the time. Bro. They used to be aggressive back in the day. I'm talking about they drive around in the van and they're like, don't move. Don't you move.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why.
When I be walking, I'm like, God. They're like, hold on. Get him. And they throw you in the van and shit. I'm like, yo. And they drop you off at the church.
The whole idea of truancy is stupid to me.
Stupid, bro.
Bro, like, because I got picked up by truancy twice, right? And one time, because I was walking I was in middle school, mind you, bro. And I was going to school real late.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I just overslept. I woke up at like 8 o'clock, and then by the time I was making my way to school, it was like 9 o'clock. So I'm like, yo, it's still the morning, bro, mind you. And the thing that sucked is that the police station was right around the corner from IS. Like, literally right behind the building, as a matter of fact. So one day, I'm walking to school. Truancy's like parked their van right there, like in front of one of the stores.
Can't wait.
So I'm like, I'm already late as is. Let me just go into the store, get me like a little soda and some seeds, because that was my go-to. Come out the store, truancy gets out the van. They're like, so you're going late to school, you decide to stop by the store. I'm like, yeah, so, like, school is right there. I'm late anyway. They're like, and like, so 2 minutes is going to make a difference? Like, I'm still going to school.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, okay, get in the van. I'm like, yo, are you serious? They take us to a church further away from the school.
They took you to the one in the 60s?
Yeah.
That's the same one.
Bro, and so
the
now...
church in the 60s. That same block.
Downstairs in the basement.
That same block where I picked you up from the train station?
Yeah.
That block.
Bro, it's been so long, bro.
Yo, I feel like a victim.
Yo.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Bro, technically we are victims of losing our education.
I feel like, yo, I'm like reminiscing, like, yo, remember when we got kidnapped and we got put in the bottom of that church?
They still do this?
I don't know. I hope not. Pray for those children.
But now you're downstairs. They're f***ing around, these cops, whatever, you know, making a little small talk with each other while they're doing this little paperwork. I don't even know what the purpose of this paperwork is.
Yo, they were talking to me.
They over here got you filling out papers and all this taking pictures.
Yeah,
bro. Like the fuck is all like, yo, bro? I'm not a criminal. Like, what the fuck is all this shit? And so now, like, after they get your paper, they give you a little interview in that little back room for whatever reason, and then they put you sit down against the wall while they're interviewing everybody. Bro, by the time this whole process is done, it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Then they bring you to the school. Now you only have like 3 hours left in the day. And it's like, yo, if your whole purpose of truancy is to get the late kids, I'm like, what is the result that you're looking for? I don't get it. You pick them up.
The result is that they want to make sure that by them doing that they're going to give your parents like a hard time. So therefore, in return, your parents give you a hard time. That's really just what it is.
Like, I guess it's supposed to be a deterrent. Like, yo, you don't want to get picked up by truancy. Don't come late to school. Like, that's not the way to do it, bro. Because now I'm behind in other things that I'm supposed to be knowing. You stop me from this one, it's easy. I can get somebody to catch me up. School knows. That's why we take notes for a reason. You know what I mean?
Bro, when I went to, it was only during Beach Channel. So Beach Channel was right over there. So I remember I was walking to school. I was actually trying to go to the school, and it was they were parked by Big Towers building, and I'm walking, and these motherfuckers hop out, mad aggressive. Like, for what? Don't fucking move. Stay right there. I'm like this. They're like, what you doing? Where's your ID? Where's your ID? I'm like, yo, right? Like, school is across the street. Nah, fuck that. It's 9 o'clock. Y'all supposed to be in at 8:15. It's too late. You wasn't going to school anyway. I'm like, school is literally across the street. It takes 15 seconds for me to get in that door. Nah, you're going in the van. Put me in the van with a bunch of other motherfuckers, bring me to the church. And I go to the bottom of this church. I'm like, what? First of all, what made y'all set up in a church? What made y'all say, yeah, we're going to put, our station is going to be in the bottom of a church? This shit feels demonic. And then they got the computer over there, and some nerd motherfucker with glasses, he's like, yeah, more delinquents. You guys weren't going to do shit with your lives anyway. I'm like, God damn. Yo, they treated us like we committed crimes, bro.
It's a crime to be late.
I'm like, yo, y'all really get a joy out of picking kids up.
Oh, yeah. What? Definitely. I mean,
I remember Abner Morris. Man, I ain't going to talk about it. Abner Morris said some wild shit, bro.
Abner Morris was not
terrible.
I mean, he wasn't terrible. I mean, he was able to play the role of a commentator, but some of his assessments were just like, I'm like, huh? Like, you question some of his.
He commentated for the Spence Crawford fight, and I remember Crawford hit Spence with a 2-1
to knock him down.
Yeah, from the southpaws. He threw a straight left and then a jab. And Adam said, "Oh, that was a good time 1-2." I'm like.
Spence kind of overreached there with that, and Crawford saw the opportunity, and it was a quick 1-2 right in the chin.
I'm like, yeah, let me get the out of here. And he said that shit with such confidence too. Oh, he landed a good 1-2. It's straight down the pipe. I'm like, that's not a 1-2, that's a 2-1. But whatever.
You got mad technical with this shit, bro.
I'm like, yeah, you
be like that.
My bad. You won belts and titles. I don't know shit what I'm talking about though. So never mind. But yeah, these commentators, bro, are terrible, bro. And a lot of them, they dick ride because I won't forget. There was this one dude. I think it was on the Zone. I forgot his name, but he was Nigerian, undefeated, and he fought some other dude that was undefeated, and they're at cruiserweight. The Nigerian dude is doing good work, but he's not the favorite. And he's not with the network. He's the opponent. This fight is like 50-50. Bro, when we got closer toward the end, the Nigerian dude was putting hands on the favorite guy. Tell me why, I don't know if the guy's name is Chris Mannix on the Zone or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, this guy's landing a lot of good clean shots. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm like, it's the Nigerian guy that's landing shots. And he's like, that's a close round. So then Sergio Mora was like,
yo, that shit gets me so
he's
mad.
like, no, the Nigerian dude, F&J, he landed those shots. Yeah, I may have to watch that again. Like, bro, stop dick riding, bro.
And that was one of the best things about HBO.
Yeah.
Commentators, Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman,
Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant keep it real. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
They didn't just commentate on what was being landed. No. Like if they were if those three were watching Tank versus Roach, they will be talking about like punches that are thrown and look like it would have had a thump, but they'll also say, oh, nice block by They mention the blocking, bro.
And they'll be fair.
Yeah, bro. They're not just like, oh, what a wonderful punch.
They be fair.
They're just watching, bro. There will be some real commentating, like wonderful straight right by Shane Mosley.
I ain't gonna lie.
Partially blocked by Oscar De La Hoya. Like
a lot of people, they always hated on Larry. Oh, he's an old racist. How? How is he racist? Because the thing about Larry is that he asked the hard questions. And you think, oh, he's just busting your ass because he's white and you're black. No, he asked the hard questions. I'll never forget. Shane Mosley knocked out this guy named Adrian Stone from the UK. It was just like a contender, right? Shane did him dirty. Boom, 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 boom. Guy was asleep. Larry Merchant said, okay, Shane. So you knocked out this guy. All right, big deal.
When
you gonna fight?
Like that.
Okay, you beat a C-rated fighter. So what?
Well,
I mean, you're trying to get wider public acceptance. You fight a guy nobody ever heard of. He's unknown. He's unranked, and you knocked him out. Big deal.
Well, I mean, he's an IBO junior middleweight champion.
Oh boy, that's really important.
Yeah.
He gonna put you on the spot. I mean, look what he did with Floyd. If I was 50 years younger, I'd kick your ass.
Kick your ass.
Like, but it's true though. That's a good question. Yo, do you think it was a cheap shot? You could just answer like, nah, it wasn't a cheap shot. Referee said, fight. I hit him. Now, of course, I can't blame Floyd. That was the ref's fault because the ref.
He did.
Ref said, oh shit.
Coming.
Ref, last time I checked, you're supposed to say, time out. You go to that corner. You, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Timekeeper, time in, box. That's how it goes. Time in, box. So you look at the timekeeper. This nigga said,
gesture.
yo, is the timer? And I swear to God, I played it back. And he said, is the timer on? How you gonna tell him to box and you don't even know if the timer's on? Nigga said, yo, is the timer on? Oh shit. Oh, alright.
Cortez. What was his first name?
Joe Cortez.
There you go.
I'm fair but I'm firm.
I'm fair but I'm
That's
firm.
his shit all the time. Touch up. I'm fair but I'm firm. And that's the whole thing. In closing, since we talking about all that, yo, these referees, man. You can't blame. I'm not mad at Tank. Tank did what he did, whatever you gonna allow him to get away with. It's the referee job. Shout out to ref Willis. He does a great job. I used to follow him. I don't know if I still follow him on Instagram, but he was following me too. That's probably my old account, but he's a good ref.
Mm-hmm.
Very good ref. But yo, he had a bad night. I think I think, you know, he's a fan. He's caught up in the action. I think, you know what I mean?
I think also he was just confused. Like,
Yo, he was.
Because that was some shit that nobody ever seen, bro.
Yeah, he was like,
like,
what is he doing?
There's been people that dropped into a fight, you know, with a parachute and a fan, bro, but that shit was just different. Like,
Tank literally was just like...
He just took a fake knee, took all to the corner.
Knee. Yo, wipe this shit out my face. All right, let's box. And the ref was like, yo, what the f*** are you doing? And he's like, yo, I couldn't see. All right, cool. And then that's when Roach was like, yo, wasn't that supposed to be a knockdown? Now Willis felt like, damn, I got to address it. Then he turned back to Tank and was like, yo, you can't do no shit like that. All right, yo, yeah, box.
Matter of fact, ain't he start counting?
He did.
Yeah, he did. And then he stopped because he was confused. So that's what I'm saying. You can't be mad at Tank.
That round should have at least been a 9-9 round.
Thank you. I would have had a 9-9.
That's it. Because he made up for it. Tank really made up for it that round, bro. He said, all right, my bad for doing that shit. And then he just pressed the assault. Yeah. Granted, maybe a lot of those didn't land, but it was the aggression.
The aggression.
Yeah,
right.
bro. You were punching his forearm, you were punching shoulders, and some got through the body, some got upstairs, but he decisively did win that round. You know what I mean? But had he never done that stupid shit, would have been a 10-9 round for him.
I'm not mad at Tank. The ref up. Yeah, I gotta be mad at the referees, man. And they need to be a penalty on the referees.
I think that's what happened though. A lot of people were mad at the referee because he should have called it a conduct. But here's the thing: I don't know if they were pressing the referee because some people were hoping Tank lost, or because if Tank was like, yo, he's world renowned and loved, you know what I mean, and then he still ain't call it, people probably would have accepted. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, he got something in his eye. Which, that excuse, I do believe, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I believe it.
I believe it.
You ain't see the hairstyle?
No, yeah.
I seen that, but still.
She was saying that it was no grease, no chemical.
She tried to say, there's a grease-free product that she uses, some shit.
My whole thing is that,
I don't know what could possibly cause that.
But so wait, are you telling me that she didn't put nothing in his hair? Is that what she's saying?
Nothing that could have caused something like that.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Especially off a jab.
Bro, you have to remember, you got to remember.
Sweat alone.
Sweat, yes, it's the sweat alone.
What round was that?
Ninth. That could, you could build up. You could build up. You're moving around.
Bro, you've never had like, all right,
in a workout.
Yeah,
not
bro.
that late.
No, she did put something in his hair.
Yeah,
she said that, but she was like, whatever products was in his hair is not something that should burn his eyes. I'm like, that's not how that shit works. Like, come on, when I used to have long hair, I've used gel that says, yo, this is durable during sweat. Yeah. Like, and I start sweating. This shit ain't durable. This shit. All this shit did was bring the sweat down to my eyes and make my eyes burn like crazy. You know what I mean? So, false advertisement, I could say. Maybe I can go back and sue the company and be like, listen, when I had long hair 15 years ago, your product said it was supposed to sustain through sweat, and my hair was supposed to be good. No, it made it worse. I lost a fight because of it. I lost the game for my school.
She couldn't wait to get clout because it's different. He didn't mention her name. He didn't mention her business. He said, yo, the hairstylist that did my shit. Yo, you know what I mean?
She came out with the pictures of Tank, and she was like...
He was talking about me.
Yeah, he's like, that's me who did his hair. You see my hair? My hair fire. Like, look at my shit.
She couldn't wait to get that clout, bro. I get it, but shorty, don't sit here and act like he put you...
Put you through the ringer of this shit. Like, he dragged your name through it. Like she's making it seem like, yo, there was a big catastrophe that came out.
I'm not to blame for him losing or his bad performance.
Like, yo, like, the hair product apparently was a result of whatever up happened in this fight. Yo, she's making it seem like because everybody that's gonna come to do their hair by me, now they're not gonna want to because if they do sports, you know, they're gonna fuck up their whole career. Like,
I'm surprised she didn't try to sue him then.
Like, yo, I'm like, I don't even think she's gonna win.
Oh, hell no! No!
Oh, this is an honor, man. So you gotta put in the work.
What you need? That 187?